Hey guys, it's David and Allyson, and this is our super budget converted school bus. So,
come see. Hey guys, this is our kitchen. Welcome. This is a concrete countertop that we built, and it's plywood.
that's true.
Okay, facts. And then we covered it in concrete, so now we have a faux concrete countertop, and I think it's lovely. Right down here, if you'd like to take a look, this is our fridge. And it just rolls out like that and then goes away, so you don't have to look at it or think about it or ever see it again. I thrifted these, I'm proud to say, these two, and these are registry items because we just got married, and this is our stove. Then we have 3 nice drawers underneath for various items. This is our little pantry. It holds 4 or 5 things, maybe 6 on a good day. Right here is where we have all of our pots and pans. You don't want to look in there, it's really a mess. And this is our dishwasher, $100 on Facebook Marketplace. Shout out to everyone. This is the best thing that we have ever bought for ourselves. This is so great. And when you live in a bus or when you don't want to do dishes. Okay, so get a dishwasher. You want to look at it? No. Best purchase of our lives. Right here you have the greatest sink in the world. It's actually a Target bowl. So shout out to Target salad bowls because now we have a sink and I think it's really cute. Over here we have spice rack and all those kinds of things, and we have some various plants. I'm trying to keep my plants alive, but as you can see my thumb is not green. So it's really hard. We have some various things, and that's pretty much the kitchen. Did I miss anything? Over here we have our dining room table. It pulls up like this. And as you can see, now we have a table, and it just tucks away for when you don't want to have a table. So really efficient, I would say. I love it, and I'm out of breath. So that's the kitchen and the dining room.
So we said in our intro that this is a super budget conversion, and that's not really a lie. However, if you look around, hopefully you don't think this is a super budget conversion. Sometimes you see a lot of rich people on Instagram and YouTube who spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on their bus. I believe we are right now around $12,000 all in on our thing, which is not actually that much. We didn't buy any wood for the bus because wood is really expensive, especially plywood. We didn't buy any except for super thin sheets that are curved on the ceiling and some 1x2s. Everything else was either something that I already had back at my parents' house. Also, we used hardwood flooring. There was this guy on Facebook Marketplace that was like giving away 300, 400 cubic feet of hardwood flooring, and so I loaded up my Passat and went down there and said, hey man, I will take that off of your hands right now. And so that is what you see on these parts, the sides of the walls, the wall by the bed, just all throughout we used that. Our school bus is a Thomas 2006 FE front engine, if you will. Flat nose school bus. It is 30 foot long, roughly. Underneath this green blanket is our engine. It is a Cummins ISB 210, and it is connected to an Allyson 2500 transmission. And Allyson is the name of my wife, so that's why I had to buy the bus. It was bought from a school system in Nashville, and we put a little bit of money into it, working on the engine, had to replace some exhaust manifold gaskets, and then just recently had to replace the whole turbo. But other than that, the bus runs very well. I love driving it. And the best part is it was approximately $2,500.
What I'm going to show you is this. This is one of our storage places. You're not going to want to see it for too long because it's a mess. But we can put stuff up there. Another place we can put stuff is right here. We have our walkie-talkies when we're on the road and I'm driving in my Sub. That's how we communicate with each other. Right down here. Right down here, we also have another storage place. This is where we put cat food, and she knows that, and a bunch of other random things. When you have a bus, you can just put things wherever you want. And right this way, please follow me along here. Right under this wonderful blanket is our closet basically, and I'm not gonna open it, but if you were to open it, it would come out to about right here, and it fits so many clothes. This is our couch. We bought plywood and foam stuff and fabric, and we stapled it all together to make these cushions, and then we just threw a blanket on it because vibes and stuff.
I remember there was times when we were building that we would just wait until like my next paycheck before buying the next things that I needed. So it made the build a little slower, but it also meant that we were able to build it without going into debt. And that was something that's really important to us because I don't know actually if this is going to hold value, but it's valuable to us. So that's fun.
Over here, if you'd like to take a look, this is our studio / office desk thing, and our laundry room. We don't have a laundry, but we have a basket. What I love about this space is that we have this kind of like divider, and this kind of just gives like room. What am I trying to say? It kind of breaks up the space and makes it beautiful. Look at that. Light. Okay, so this is where Dave makes his tunes. This is a plant. I got it for so less than you think I did. These are all of our instruments, so well, not all of them. We had to leave the clarinet at home. I know much to your dismay. You would like to let me rip a solo right now, but I can't. Here is our bedroom. We have a nice skylight so you can see out the roof and stuff like that. And the cat likes to be in here, but right now she's not. And that's our bed, and that's our mini split back there. It makes us so that we don't have a heat stroke every day. This is our little bathroom. It's so cute. It's just like the countertop in the kitchen, as you might remember. It is also concrete, so come on through and come take a look.
Oh, and hello. Didn't even see you there. This is our bathroom, and it's super small, but it has everything we need. So something that I was kind of worried about in that we had bought only a 30-foot school bus is where are we going to put the bathroom and how are we going to make it work? I really wanted to make, as Allyson showed you, the whole outside, like very one-room open feel. And you can't really have a bathroom that's open because then it just gets really awkward. This is what we came up with. This is our bathroom space. It is a one kind of wet room situation. In the floor, we have a drain for our shower. What we have here is just basically plywood underneath, and then we have a layer of red guard, and then we have this layer of feather finished concrete. This is one of my favorite parts. I really didn't want to buy a like fancy $600 super low water usage RV shower head. So what we did is I bought $20 worth of copper pipe and we kind of made our own, and I think it looks really, really cool. And then there's some super little tiny holes in here that spray water, kind of like that. Also, here we have a hot water return line. So when we go outside, I'll show you we have an instant hot water heater that runs on propane. But right here, I just have it plumbed in. So this goes through the back wall and then hooks into a line of PEX and runs back to our freshwater tank. So that means I can turn this and it gets the water warm before you're ready to go. So because this isn't a super low flow shower head, what we have to do is conserve water. So we'll turn it on and turn it off as we're showering. But this makes it really nice because it means we always have hot water, even though we don't have a hot water tank, even though it's instant. So this goes on, this gets up nice and warm, and then we open up this valve and the water comes out. We close this valve, open the valve, close the valve, and when you're done, just close the water. Over here, this is our composting toilet. I say composting, but really it's just a dry toilet because there's no composting happening, but that is what the community calls them. I would show you it, but that would probably be not very nice. Basically, it just splits the urines and the solids. The solids go into a 5-gallon bucket that has a bag on it because that would be barbaric to not have a bag in it. And then we cover it with some sawdust and our toilet paper. Also, on the outside, I'll show you when we go out there, we have a vent line that comes up out of the side. It's just run off of like a regular 12-volt computer fan. And that keeps a little bit of negative pressure in the box, and you don't even smell it, which is incredible. So yeah, that's the bathroom. Hey, let me out.
This is the hot water heater. So like David was saying, we do have hot water in our shower, which is delectable. And then right here is our little diesel heater controller. And she talks. And it's creepy. And she says, Thanks for using, and that's creepy.
Stop heating. Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
As Allyson alluded to earlier, we have an opening skylight here at the back. Basically, this is how we get onto the roof. Hello, cat. Welcome to the roof. You're not on the roof, but I'm on the roof. I'll show you up here in a second. But basically, we have close to 2,500 watts of solar. They're residential panels, which makes a lot more sense cost-wise than trying to buy some kind of 100-watt RV panel or something like that that might be 4 times the price. So this is the most expensive part of the build, is our electrical system, because everything else I was pretty much able to find on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. But this stuff, you kind of just gotta buy it. So yeah, we're actually really stoked about how this has been working for us. We've been here in Wyoming and we haven't had to use the generator once. It charges our batteries up to 100% by noon if we get full sun, and then we're able to run our mini split, air fryer, dishwasher, anything we want throughout the entire day. And overnight, it only drops to about 50%. So pretty lit.
Welcome to the storage unit. This is Dave's toy box, and this is where he keeps pretty much all of his things. And his tools, and just various things that help us fix stuff around the bus or build new stuff. Oh yeah. Bye. Over here we have this, trying to escape. Kitchi hates living here. This is another storage that we have. One day it'll have our litter box in here, but right now it has extra gas because we're far from town and sometimes I run out of gas. It also has some kind of different kinds of tanks.
Basically, underneath here we have 2 different kinds of tanks. We have our propane tanks on my right, your left, over there. And that propane line goes hard line, a black iron pipe underneath the bus to the other side, where I'll show you in a second where our propane comes up in. And then over here we have our tiny little diesel heater tank. It is only like 10 liters or something. It's just the one that comes with the diesel heater. But so far we haven't needed to put in another tank, and I really didn't want to fool with tapping into the bus tank, even though we have a 60-gallon diesel tank. Also, it's very messy underneath there, as is a pattern in our videos, but one day it will be clean. So come on to the back. This is the rear closet area, I guess we call it. So the more that I look at this, I realize that it does look quite messy and dangerous. So if you feel like my electrical system is dangerous, please comment below, because that'll give us good publicity and it'll improve our ratings, I guess. I'm comfortable with it. I do need to tie up some wires and make things look prettier, because apparently in the world of electrical, pretty means safe. But everything's crimped, everything's ferruled, and everything's fused. So come take a look. Basically, underneath here we have our 65-gallon water tank, which is cute. Cute meaning we can have water, so that's fun. Just a regular old residential panel for our AC breakers, and then the fun stuff is up here. This is an EG4 3000 watt inverter, charger, solar combo. So it keeps everything super simple. As you see, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 sets of wires coming out of this, and it means we don't have to like build our own system with tons of different components and then hope they all work together. Over here in this corner, there's the EG4 48-volt lithium battery. It's tucked away over there. And then we have, because it is 48 volts, we have to step down to 12 volts to power some of our devices. And then that comes over here, where we have our little 12-volt fuse block, where everything is fused so wires don't catch on fire. One of the cool things that I really like that we did is I added this extra little line on after the tank but before the pump, so I can hook another line of PEX onto this, and then we can connect it to, let's say, a barrel over here, and I can use the internal pump from the bus to pump in extra 55 gallons of water. So that helps us when we're out in the middle of nowhere and we are boondocking, because we can pump water without having to have another transfer pump. So yeah, that's the back. Underneath, we have our gray tank. So thankfully, we don't actually have any black water because we have a composting or dry toilet. But we have two 35-gallon drums that I built some little rigging to hold up underneath, and then everything is plumbed into that. And then while we're off grid, we use this little thing to take our water, and in this instance, the National Forest has us dump our gray water into the vault toilets. This is our vent line for our toilet. So if you notice, we have one of these big uniseals, kind of like we used on the tanks over there, that comes out here, goes to 1.5-inch pipe, and then just goes up the side so that the odors waft away. Instead of spending a bunch of money on a dedicated composting toilet, all in, we probably spent less than $100 on our toilet, which makes sense because you're just pooping in it. Our Gerard hot water heater runs great. Found it on Facebook Marketplace as well. It was, I'm guessing, probably a return from Amazon because after I installed it, the motor, like blower fan motor, went out. So I had to spend another $100 on replacing that motor. But after that, pretty good. $600 for like $400 all in. So save $200. These are the screens over here. So we actually made these when we got to our first destination here in the forest earlier this spring. Just some scraps of 1x2 and some screen off Amazon. Nothing super fancy. You could have gotten aluminum, could have gotten metal little screen things. Maybe eventually we will. But again, that was going to cost a couple $100 for all the screens. I decided, let's just use what we have, get some screen, and see how long they last. I feel like that's kind of the name of the game. If you want to do something on a budget, use what you have. It may not look the prettiest. Some people on the internet may say, that sucks, you should do it this way, which costs hundreds of dollars. But, it's your house at the end of the day. And as long as you keep it safe, so you don't ruin the community for everyone else because insurance won't cover you, just keep it safe. It's all good. Yeah. That's pretty much the bus. All in all, I was super glad that the way we designed it and the way that we built it with budget in mind. So that's kind of what's up. This is the bus. If you want to see specific things, I'd be glad to make videos on how we did specific stuff. But overall, hopefully this has been inspiring to you to say you don't have to have $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to build something. If you have a little know-how, if you have access to some tools and a place to park a bus, maybe I'll drop a link in the description for a lot of the things that we used in the bus. Some of our favorite little finds that are helping make things cheaper if we did buy stuff from Amazon or something. And if you click those links, you help us. So that's cool. So yeah, that's basically it. David L. signing out. Bye.